right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone here to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
And I'm Neon Fawkes.
Did I sound like an old man or something like that?
No, it sounded like you were about to sing your name.
I don't know. I just got to do it differently every single time, Jules. I don't know what it is.
This is what happens when you've had a week off.
You know?
Partying on your birthday.
Yeah, I was down OBX.
We're like South Carolina or something?
North Carolina. It's
North
called
Carolina.
The Outer Banks, and it was wonderful.
Looked awesome.
It was amazing. We were right on the beach. I got to see the Wrights Museum, and I tell you what, like, they're the people who, like, flew the planes. I don't know if you know, like, do you guys know American history in Canada?
Well, we know it. Yeah, well, I think Canadians know more about American history than Americans do.
But
yeah, we know about the Wright brothers.
Okay.
And, well, that's aviation history too. So yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. They had a plane, they flew it, and the cool thing about it was they flew it for almost a minute. It was like 59 seconds was like the third flight, and not a big deal. But I guess if you have never flown, I guess that's kind of a big deal. So
wasn't that in like 1890 something?
I think it was 1492. I don't know, like one of those years.
1492. Christopher Columbus flew for 36 seconds.
That's right, exactly. The cool thing about it too is I was actually by myself because my wife, surprise, she's not into that kind of stuff. My kids were not into that either. So what I did, I know. I brought my headphones. I popped on my headphones. I popped on the new Starcadian, and I'm just like watching like all these like video clips of like the plane taking off, and I was just like listening to the new Starcadian. It was like the perfect day. It really was. The weather was nice, and it was a win-win. I got a little history. I got to get away from the family for a day.
Yeah.
It's just always a bonus. But it's great. Now
awesome.
I'm home. And everyone has this like pseudo cold, Jules. We have a pseudo.
I know. It seems to be everybody's catching a cold, and maybe it's the Omicron.
The only
Galactic World Eater.
The only Omicron
strain.
I know is the Quantic Dream game that went out like maybe 10 years ago. Have you ever played that? It's got David Bowie in it. It was like super rad.
Yeah, I don't remember that. What?
You don't remember Omicron?
No.
Do you know who Quantic Dream are? They make all the
I
games.
remember Quantic Dream, but I don't remember that game.
Yeah. It was the first one, and nobody liked it. They called it Omicrud, but I liked it. It was cool. It took place. It was like one of the very first open world games to really make it to like a major market. And they spent like a lot of money. They had David Bowie. Like David Bowie was actually performing virtual concerts in the game. It was ridiculous. Anyway, are we here to talk about synthwave?
Yeah, I think so.
I do have my honey. I have my honey in my tea because that's how I'm rolling tonight.
You people with your sexy voices always drinking honey.
Gotta have
it.
Honey.
It almost makes me want to have honey, but yeah, no.
It makes my voice ever so sweet. And you know what? The great thing about it is we got that buckwheat honey. That stuff's so dope. It's like natural. It's got like all the natural honey ingredients and stuff like that. Like no artificial preservatives.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like I'm eating like straight from the bees.
It's not synthetic honey.
No, not at all. It's a wonderful experience. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and let's drop a tune. What do you think? We'll just drop a tune right off the bat.
You know what? Let's. First of all, I just want a quick shout out to folks who are listening. If you are listening, pop in the YouTube chat, pop in the IRC chat over at nightride.fm. We'll throw a little shout out. I want to say hi to Adam Morgan. He's over in the YouTube chat, as well as Ryan Sierra, number 2. He's in the YouTube chat. And then over in IRC, we've got System Glitch. We're about to hear his remix. We've got Dysterian, Zoo, Karin has joined us, Echo Vector X. Who else? Oh, we've got Z, our favorite AI. And we got Craig Packman as well. And Rex Balls.
Nice.
So yeah, let's kick it off. San Francisco artists, Thought Beings, released their Sundown Remixes EP on Aztec Records. and it features extended, instrumental, and some juicy remixes. And we wouldn't be Night Ride if we didn't play the System Glitch remix, now would we?
Indeed, indeed.
Damn right. So this is Thought Beings with Sundown, the System Glitch remix, right here on Night Ride FM.
You and I have come so far. Don't even know where we are. Looking at our memories, the future never looked like this. We would water seeds to grow, and we have seen some leaves fall. We would water seeds to grow, and we have seen some leaves fall.
Sundown.
We've always been easy come, till we saw the easy go. But I thought that we were strong, learned some things I didn't know. We would water seeds to grow, and we have seen some leaves fall. We would water seeds to grow, and we have seen some leaves fall.
And once again, that was Sundown, the System Glitch remix by Thought Beings. Very good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Man,
that track.
Everything System Glitch touches.
He's
turns to
good.
gold.
He's really amazing. I don't know how he does it, but he just gets the best remixes.
It's like he knows what he's doing or something.
I would think that he does know a little bit about what he's doing, and so he banged out another one. Fantastic job with that. I tell you what, we're gonna go ahead into our top story right now, ladies and gentlemen. Top story of the evening, and yes, New Retrowave celebrates their 10-year anniversary. Yes, so that is kind of a cool deal, right, Jules? 10 years?
Damn right. Yeah, I think every one of us has discovered synthwave via the New Retrowave YouTube channels.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I got my discovery into synthwave. I think a lot of people as well. But anyway, last week, the ever-popular YouTube channel, they announced their Twitter account that they are celebrating their 10 years. And, we're very happy for them. And I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kick it over to our new reporter, Mr. Lonnie Crane. And I believe he has a little bit to say about it as well. So, Lonnie, take it away.
Hello, this is Lonnie Crane for Night Ride FM, and I'm here to talk about the 10-year anniversary of the new Retro Wave musical online channel. For those of you who don't know, it's a company that plays synthwave videos, and it's run by a guy named 10. Wait a minute. Hey, is it 10 or is it 10? It is 10. Okay, and that's weird because the anniversary. Okay. Yeah, anyway, it's 10. It is 10, like the anniversary, like the same number. So that's confusing as hell. But anyway, that's correct. So the guy who runs it, he's 10. Okay. Somewhat interesting. Anyway, it's this channel on YouTube that features a bunch of synthwave tunes and music with over 1.19 million, subscribers. Now, I don't need to tell you that's a lot more subscribers than us here at Night Ride FM have. So, with all due respect, I'm just saying if you're going to put your money down on a horse, sometimes it's not the horse that's paying you currently, in a way. Anyways, all of us here at Night Ride FM want to wish all of you guys over there a happy 10-year anniversary. And if by chance you guys are looking for a reporter that might have a few connections and whom is certainly in no kind of legal trouble or witness protection or anything like that, I might just know a guy. Anyway, Dennis, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Lonnie Crane. And you know what? Our numbers might not be great, but we have heart. We have heart,
Yeah.
right? Right, Z?
Don't worry, I think by next week we'll have those numbers.
That's right.
Right?
Well-
Z can fudge things, can't he?
1.8 million. We could do that. We got this.
No problem. You know what? You know what? We're not gonna get there if we don't throw thanks out to some of our listeners,
Yeah.
like Anna Chibi 2 over on YouTube,
Nice.
and Mike Katz, Nightmare Phoenix, and what is it? Zeloy Angel or Zloey
Very
Angel?
nice. I'm
One of
hoping
those
everyone's
two, I don't know.
subscribed because we're trying to build that army.
Yeah,
Subscriber army. Like and subscribe. That's what you got to do. That's what the kids say, right? Like
Exactly.
and
You
subscribe.
know what? No, what does Starcadian say?
Smash the reply or something like that. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. That out. In fact, I am head over heels about the new Starcadian, and I'm very excited. We're actually going to have Starcadian on next week. I'm very excited.
Awesome.
It's
by the
gonna be
way,
good times.
Quick shout out to Danger Mouse Radar, and I'm done. Thetan Bait,
Nice.
we see you.
Very
Hello.
good.
Yeah, so let's get started.
All right, and real quick though, before we do, we want to mention these guys are not sponsoring the State of Synth yet, but I just want to say a little bit about my friends over at Neon Cowboys. You know what they are, Jules?
Yeah, I know what they are. They are a company that makes some freaking awesome.
Amazingly awesome glow neon. They do the whole thing. Like if you want like neon chaps, you can get neon chaps. I have my particular eye on the neon green cowboy hat because Jules, as you well know, I'm sure, I am going through my Western phase. I am watching what is that show on HBO? Deadwood. I like that show. And listening to my Lazy Laser. And I tell you what, it's just a good vibe. I'm listening to the old Westerns on the radio. I don't know what it is, man. I think
So
when you get
need,
old...
you need neon cowboy hat, neon
I need
assless,
a neon
assless
cowboy hat.
chaps, neon.
I need the assless chaps. I just have to have... Maybe it's a bucket list thing. I don't know. But just so you guys know, the lights are amazing. They have 3 different light speeds. They have solid, blinking, flashing. One size fits most. Of course, it's a 23-inch circumference on the hat. I mean, that's a standard cowboy hat. I mean, that's your 10-gallon hat that everyone, they love it when they go to the bars and they kick open. What is it, that barn door thing? The thing they kick open?
The salon, or
Yeah. The salon doors.
salon door.
That's right. They just...
Oh my God! Stop it! We're in the middle of doing some coloring.
They kick that in with their assless chaps, and they walk up and they ask for what, a whiskey, I guess, right, or tequila.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Anyway, I dig it, and those guys are great. You can always go to neoncowboys.com. Again, they are not our sponsor. I just want the hat really bad.
Yeah, so if you go and buy something from there, tell them Dennis G sent you.
Dennis G.
And maybe just maybe Dennis might get a free hat out of it.
I hope so. I want everyone to go because I need that hat. All right, what do we got next?
Well, you know what? We are about to bring on our guest, Mr. Andrew Benon.
Yeah.
But I think you want to kick off with a track, or you want to bring him on?
You know what? Let's just bring him on. What the hell?
Yes, let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the Mr. Andrew Benon.
Hey, Dennis. Hey, Jules.
Hey, Mr. Benon.
What's going on?
It's an honor to have you join us.
Indeed.
Oh, it's so good to be here. I've been looking forward to this.
We appreciate you coming on the show, and we love your stuff.
Dude, Dennis, all year mentioning Chex Quest.
Oh my gosh! So you guys don't even know. We actually,
I can't believe Dennis got you on.
it's one of them things, and we're not going to dive. I don't want to dive right into Chex Quest because, you're a synthwave artist that's been doing this for a long time. Shit, I guess your main full album was out in what, like 2007, 2008?
Yeah, 2006 was the
Holy shit.
first kind of debut.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so it's been a long time. That was a little bit more kind of vocal synth pop, and then I really took a break after that to raise a family and work.
As we all do.
But now I'm back.
And you're back,
Yeah, exactly.
better than ever. But it's great. You have so many different things that you have going on. I mean, you're tied in with the Minnesota, the twin
Nitrowave TC.
Nitrowave
Oh,
TC.
yeah.
Thank you. I'm sure you're down with all the
Yeah,
crew.
Speaking of, D-Notive just jumped into the IRC.
Yay, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. Some more Twin Cities represent.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good vibes.
Such a great community here. Denotive, North Innsbruck, a few others that really I owe it to Matt Denotive to kind of helping me plug into the community here, because I when I started making synthwave again a few years ago, I was just like, there's got to be someone doing this in the Twin Cities, and I pinged. I think I found some Facebook group, and he was the first one to say, "Hey, actually, yeah," and here we are, and it was so cool to discover. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a cool scene, and they really have built that thing up. I mean, so many great artists are coming out of there, and of course, the Minnesota vibe has always been there with Prince and everything like that. I mean, that just goes back. It's a great music city. I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always been I mean, going back to Replacements, Bob Dylan, Husker Du, all these people have Minnesota ties that we're super proud of. But obviously Prince was the one that, he was a presence around the scene, especially, obviously in the 80s, but even after that in the 90s and early 2000s, he would just pop up at clubs. His band would pop up at places. The band that I was in at the time, we would, one night his drummer was in the audience, and we were just in awe of Michael Bland being out there. And his presence was just felt in this community, and we were obviously so sad when he passed. It's still kind of devastating.
Yeah. Well, I actually have a theory about that. I think he passed in, 2016? I think.
Yeah, that sounds right. Somewhere around there.
There was something going on. I think he actually tore the fabric of time. There was some sort of time-space continuum, like the fabric of time just kind of like tore, and we went into this new tangent because, I mean, really, Prince passed away, and then Bowie passed away, and then all of a sudden,
Pretty much everybody passed away.
everybody hated each other after that point. We started going at least American politics just started just going straight down the tubes, and we found this like pandemic thing. Apparently, that's a thing that we never used to care about, but it's a big part of things now. And we need something to we need some Scotch tape to just like mend the fabric of time, because I really feel like Prince he left a vacuum. He really did. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that's going to be, touching those boots in a while.
Well, I mean, there's our guest.
Of course.
Oh, come on.
Speaking of David Bowie, now I was actually listening to your debut album, which again came out in 2006. It's a cool. It's almost like, well, the thing is, like, there was no synthwave really in 2006. People were just doing their thing and being like, yeah, this is kind of cool. But it had this like cool rock and roll-y, but it also it was very like, to me, it just screamed David Bowie, like the entire production. Was he a big influence in your music back in the day?
I mean, yeah, I'm a huge David Bowie fan. I think when I made that record in 2006, I have a ton of songs. I've been writing a ton of music, and my ear was always going to these kind of synth-based pop tunes. My band before that, we used to cover. We only covered a couple songs, but we did "Let's Dance" by David Bowie, and I was like, oh wow, this is it gets people moving. Everyone loves it, and he was such a magical artist in terms of being able to, sing incredibly emotive stuff, but then also kick into this just deep pop realm, unlike anyone else. So I was super into that, super into just melodic, Tears for Fears, Foreigner, anything by Phil Collins. And so I'm like, I just have to start writing the music that I love, that I kind of have in my heart. And I did, and released that 2006, played around the Twin Cities a little bit, put together an awesome band, and it was really cool. But the critical reception here was kind of funny, because it was like the music paper here at the time called the City Pages. They're kind of like our version of the Village Voice, I guess, but on a much smaller scale. But they did this piece about my debut concert that was like the Howard Jones revival that no one knew, that no one really wanted, or something like that. I was like, you know what? I'll take that, because I love Howard Jones.
Yeah, shit, I would wear that as
why not?
That's a badge of honor I would wear proudly.
And I do. But yeah, the coolest thing I think about that 2006 record was that Prince's sax player Kathy Jensen played all the sax parts on it. So she did the solos, and the experience of having her come into the studio, like we were in this, not a great studio, my friend's kind of not quite home studio, but just about. And she and her husband Dave, who was the trumpet player, came in, and I knew Kathy just through a kind of college connection. My jazz band instructor had, I think, taught her at one point. Anyway, she came in and she's like, okay, what are we doing? And we're like, well, we got 4 or 5 songs. We love sax solos. She's like, okay. And we're like, do you need like charts, or what do you need? She's like, no, just give me like 4 bars of lead time before the solo. So not even like,
wow.
Let me hear the whole song, or, what do you want? She just took 4 bars before the solo, and then she started playing, and it was perfect. Like, she played 1 or 2 takes of the solos, and what you hear on that record are her, like, in some cases, first take of a song she's never heard before.
That's amazing.
It was mind-blowing, super exciting. We were just kind of in the control room going, oh my God, is this really happening? And I also remember at the time she was sick. She had a flu, and they almost didn't come because she was like, oh, I'm really sick. I don't know if I should come. Like, no, just come in and do it. And so, yeah.
Back in the old days when you could say things like that. Yeah, you're sick. Just come on down. What is it, the flu? No, don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Don't worry. Yeah, no, that was, yeah, exactly. We obviously weren't following any COVID protocols.
6 foot distant rule. Nope.
Like, come on in.
Got none of that.
Yeah, but anyway, that was such a cool experience, and I love that her, that level of musicianship is captured on that record in the sax solos, because it was like, oh my gosh, these are perfect.
Yeah, it's great. It's got so much to it. Like, I love the flavor, and it's a real, I wouldn't call it like a pure synthwave sound, because obviously you're just totally doing your thing. Like, you didn't have a template. Like, you're just doing your thing. It's not like you just saw Drive and got excited and wanted to make music like Kavinsky or something like that. It's cool. Like, it even has rapping. I was just like, what? Like, what? Like, but it worked. It was like really cool, like the way that you brought the rapping in. And was that you rapping as well?
Yeah, it was.
Nice. Nice. Because rock and roll, man. Rock and roll and rap, man. It goes.
Exactly.
It's
It
like
all made sense to me at the time.
exactly. And now, you're putting out some really, it's a very different sound than you did back in the day. It's more of like a dreamwave, really cool. Like a lot of the stuff, it just sounds great. It's real nice, relaxing type of stuff. It's not like, 4 on the floor, but it's more like, it takes you on a journey, which is really cool. That's what I like about that dreamwave sound. And
yes, thank you. I really, when I started kind of getting back into it again, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was just kind of blown away by the sounds of the plugins, frankly. That I had a whole bunch of outboard gear and whatever, and I started kind of getting into plugins and the synth sounds that are available now, and it's like, wow, these are so expansive and beautiful, and it just inspired me. And I all I want to do is just like sit down with these huge pad sounds and just noodle on them.
Listen to everything.
yeah, exactly. So that stuff super inspiring to me, and also just like the other musicians making synthwave right now inspire me too. And I just feel like there's so much amazing musicianship out there, and people who, number one, are making this super legit sounding kind of 80s influenced music, but also pushing beyond that. And that's the stuff that I like the best, is people who are kind of putting their own stamp on it, and kind of using these new amazing tools that we have, and in some cases the same old tools, but creating something totally new and pushing pushing synthwave into a new place.
yeah.
So I'm just in love with the community. I love the anything that's getting posted to Twitter or wherever, playlists. I'm just kind of listening to all of it, and I'm super impressed by what people are making now.
It's amazing. They're really tricking the hell out of like the sounds and all the, just going in so many cool directions, which I love. In fact, speaking of Prince, one of, again, my favorite artists out right now is Starcadian, of course, and he just nails this whole Prince vibe. I love it.
Totally.
But before we get to that, we're going to get to actually your latest EP. And this is a cool, again, another great dreamy, spacey kind of, is it a space wave? Is it dreamwave? I don't know. What's a label, right? It's cool. I love it. It's called Space Station Sheila. And let's go ahead. Let's drop it, and then we'll talk about it. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Do it.
So, once again, this is Space Station Sheila by Andrew Benon right here on Night Ride FM. And once again, that was Space Station Sheila by Andrew Benon. And we also we have a question in from our IRC. They want to know, this is Echo Vector X. He wants to know, did you use a Digitech Space Station at all on it? I can't read. I can't read words.
I did not use the Digitech space station. I should have found a way to sneak it in there, but no.
That would have been great. I don't know what one is, but it sounds like it would fit.
It does something to something in it. I don't know. Something, those all these musicians use or something.
Nice.
Who knows?
My first guitar effects processor when I was like 13 was the Digitech GSP5, which you could have like 5 digital effects synced up together. It was like it was
like
one
all
of those
at
things where like I was saving up all my money and from lifeguarding and swimming, helping teach swimming lessons to buy the GSP5, but
Nice.
but no, didn't get the space station.
It didn't happen. But I love the guitar work on that. And the cool thing about one of the really cool things I love about your music, and again, this is really kind of harkens back to your debut album in 2006, is I don't think guitar really gets enough respect. The clean guitar, everyone runs, through like the heavy effects.
Metal guitar, you got this.
And no disrespect, of course, Dimmy K is a god, and he's incredible. But that clean, almost, who was the John Mayer? Almost like a John Mayer or Pink Floyd, the old 80s Pink Floyd.
Joe Satriani.
Yeah, that clean, just a nice, crisp, clean guitar, maybe with a little bit of effects going through it. There's not enough of that, I think, in this scene. I think it's really refreshing to see that sound coming back, and the way that you kind of filter it through this, this really cool, spacey, dreamy kind of lens. I think it's really, really cool, and really can give you like a lot of opportunities for creating a lot of really cool spaces, like music-wise. I think it's really neat.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, that is my favorite guitar sound has always been like a clean guitar that's got a little compression and chorus and delay on it, and it's the kind of thing that, like, if you think back to like the Miami Vice soundtrack or something like that, you definitely have these scenes where there'd be a saxophone that would come in. There was that, but if you really think about it, there were also some scenes that would have this kind of clean guitar playing some blues licks in the background. And I totally agree, Dennis, that having some, I think there's a space for that that I'd love to start to try to fill, because I mean, it's just like where my ear is at with the guitar, and that's the work that I want to do, that I'm kind of working on right now, brings in a lot more of that type of clean guitar.
Yeah, we're ready for it. Bring it on. But now we're going to get to the part that I am also equally as excited. We get to talk about Chex Quest. Woo!
Right on.
I'm very excited about this because actually it was really interesting. I actually first heard about your music through our good old friend Street Cleaner.
Yeah.
And he was the very first person, and in fact, it was almost, I really wasn't sure where he was going with it, because he just tweeted out, he's a prankster, he's just a fun dude, we love talking with him, but he said something about like, oh yeah, I tell you what, this Chex Quest HQ, is it HD? The Chex Quest HD album, it's just phenomenal, it's the most synthy thing that you get, and I'm like, I never heard it, you know what I mean? So I was like, wait, are you pulling it? And then I like listened to it, and I'm like, holy shit, like this is, it's got a groove to it. And I found out about your music, and I found out the whole story about Chex Quest, and it's just a really crazy story to like tell people. Like, I mean, dude, you were in every kid in America's cereal bowl, like literally, like you like they had to like, you know, they were fishing. They had to reach their hand inside of an entire box of cereal just to pull that CD out that, you know, had your music on it. It had this like really cool game, and like how many homes did that thing go into? Like that's got to be like insane, because it was a free game. Chex Quest was a free game. You did the soundtrack for it, so I guess I should rewind and mention that nugget, because that's probably important news to know, to put it in context. So yeah, a lot of homes, and it was free, right?
Yeah,
It's like
free. So
it's like Doom for kids.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. So yeah, it was done for Chex cereal as a way to, you know, try to help sell more cereal, and it was based on the Doom engine. So it was a first-person shooter, but they didn't want to, you know, put a violent game out there for kids.
Right.
And so what Digital Cafe, where I was working, our team, and specifically the creative director Dean Hires, was like, I think I've got an idea. Let's make it so that you're sending them back to their own dimension using these gun-like devices, but they're not actually guns. So the Zorchers that you're using to shoot, quote unquote, the Flemoids, the bad guys,
The Flemoids.
you're just sending them back to their own dimension. So in that way, they're like, oh yeah, it's non-violent. You know,
Right.
You're helping them. You're sending them home, and like,
The
yeah, cool.
Flemoids. That sounds like like if COVID was around back then, like that could put a whole new spin on. I don't know, like I could totally see like a 2021 version like coming out, like you're just like battling the COVID viruses.
just COVID, right?
Here come the anti-vaxxers, like run, you know. Anyway, sorry, I'm ruining your good story here.
No, and you know, I got to rewind to Jesse, street cleaner. I owe him so much, because he reached out to me too, and he was like, hey, you know, I'm a huge fan of your music, and he encouraged me to make more. So I mean, I really owe to him, like, in part plugging into the synthwave community, because I am a fan of Street Cleaner's music, and we ended up collaborating actually on some Chex Quest related stuff.
Yeah.
The co-op mode, which was really cool. We did that over the spring. But he was like one of the first ones who reached out, and I was like, wow, this is a really cool community, and pointed me to some other people to meet. So anyway, I owe Jesse a lot. I'm a big fan of his.
He's a really talented, just a great. We love hanging around with Jesse. He's a great dude, and I'm actually really glad that he brought the whole thing to my attention too. I don't even know if you know, but there's an old episode of The State of Synth. We actually did a whole bit on Chex Quest, and I actually ate Chex Quest on the air. You might have to go back and dig that one up, but I don't know if you heard it or not. But
I think I did. Was it the one? Was it like 2 years ago when
Yes.
Chex Quest HD came out?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, you
listen to
did.
it.
I think I tagged a whole bunch. I might have even tagged you because I was just like super stoked. I'm like, this is like amazing, and yeah, because I think because of the fact that it was like a synthwave artist that did the music for Chex Quest, I'm like, this is a perfect tie-in, and like, of course, Vosto were like, here's an idea, like it involves Zorchers. Go have fun, like, and of course he's like, all in it because he's a creative genius. But I guess a fun fact, I don't know if enough people or if anybody really knows, our good friend, the secret agent Stan Steele, just a heads up, he is the actual guy who did the voiceover for Chex Quest.
Yeah. So he was Fred Chexter from the original Chex Quest.
Agent Stan Steele, rebranded.
Yep. Which he was such a good sport. So this was back in 1997 when we were making Chex Quest, and he and I were in a band together. He played the drums, and I was telling him about this thing, and we're like, oh, we need to get some voices in, because I did the sound design for Chex Quest 2, which actually the sound of the Flemoids, for people who've played the game, I'm not even going to try to make the sound. It wasn't me. It was a different guy at Digital Cafe, Mike Koenigs, who made the actual Flemoid sounds. But that recording session was so hilarious because we're trying to think of like, what would these Flemoids say when they're surprised? And so he would make it sound like, okay, now like they're aggressive. What does that sound like? And Mike would just make these crazy sounds. But anyway, we needed a voice for Fred Chexter, the hero of the franchise, and Nick Lindell always did these funny like hero voices, and I was like, Nick, would you come in and just kind of test this out a little bit? And he read the lines, and it was perfect. And he has this just kind of funny superhero voice.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. And it all kind of got approved up the chain, and boom, Nick became the voice of Fred Chexter, which he, when we did Chex Quest HD on Steam last year, he also reprised his role for that. So he did some additional voiceover, which was really hilarious.
I love it.
Pretty talented.
Yeah. And I am really, really thankful because it's like, not only is he a amazing voice actor, like he wants to be on our show.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know that's like a big deal. Like, wait, you want to be on our show? Like, you've seen how many listeners we have, right? And he's like, no, I love it.
He loves it. He loves it. And Nick is a great drummer too, by the way. I mean, he that's when I first met him. We were, I think we were sophomores in college, and we ended up being in this jazz band together, and then formed a band after college. But the first time I ever saw Nick, he was playing the drums at some kind of like small little recital, and I was like, man, this guy is good. He's fun to watch, great drummer. And we met, and turned out we had the same birth. We were born on the exact same day, and
Oh, wow.
we got to be good friends, and then started making music together, and then roped him into Chex Quest, and here we are, so many years later talking about it still.
I hope they gave you like a year's supply of like Chex Mix, or like do you call like Mr. General Mills and be like, yo, I need some more Chex Mix, and they're like, all right, we'll get it over there.
The thing that I kept, which I'm looking at right now, I have one of the original boxes of Chex cereal. I like
Nice.
10 years ago, I took the actual cereal out of it. But one of the boxes that had the CD in it, it's got like 50 free hours of AOL on there,
That's nostalgia.
Yeah, they AOL actually, America Online actually paid for the printing of the CDs. I can't remember the exact number, but I think the initial run was 6 million discs, and then I think they did another 6. So it was millions of CDs. It was one of the biggest single runs that's ever been done.
You are having mail.
And you know what? As a synthwave artist, you're like, I pressed 500 albums. You're like, shit, yeah. And you're like, yeah, well, I just had my soundtrack in like 6 million homes. Like, what? I can't even like conceptualize that. That's incredible.
Well, yeah, and it turns out when you do like put millions of things out there, if 0.01% of people are super into it, that's still a lot of people. So it looks like, I'm so thankful to that community, the Chex Quest community, of fans who've just like reached out over the years and stuck with it and asked us to create more. We've continued. The original game designer, Chuck Jacoby, he has continued making Chex content, including this HD version last year, and he'll call me up and, hey, do you want to do some more music? Like, yeah, let's do it.
I love it.
It's pretty amazing that when you do something at that scale, which I was like 23 or 24 at the time. I just had no idea that when I think back to actually making that music, it was for one, it happened really fast. It was just like one of many projects that we were doing at the time. So it's not like it was like all we were focused on. This was one of many things. So I remember it being really rushed, and then the meetings for let's make this music was basically, okay, there's going to be a Caverns level. So Andrew, go make some Caverns music. Okay, cool.
I love
That's why the track is called Caverns.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's why it's like museum, city streets. They're all named by
It
what
was
the map was called.
Get.
Yeah. So yeah, that process of making the music was super creative and really had full license to do whatever. There was no approval process or anything. And,
That's awesome.
That sounds amazing.
yeah, it was. So that was me in my early 20s, just like going and you can hear my influences in there. Like there's one of the songs I remember has this drum part. I was super into the Police and Stuart Copeland, specifically the drummer, and like there's a drum part in one of the songs that is super like Stuart Copeland ripoff, and you kind of like go down the line. Like my influences and all that were there, and I was just trying to make it fun. So it was a really interesting thing to be a part of, and also that we weren't a game studio. We were just, I mean, this is kind of our first game that we'd ever made of that scale. Thank goodness that id was willing to license the Doom engine, because that took care of the engine part, so we just had to worry about kind of plugging in all that creative assets and sounds and music and everything.
Amazing. I tell you what, let's go ahead and let's play like 2 tracks from, I think we're going to end up playing like 3 tracks total, but we're going to play these 2 because they're short. We'll play them back to back. And I love you name the tracks very similar to like we name episodes. So this is going to be E2M3, Museum. And then we have E2M4, which is City Streets. So
Awesome.
Always fun with some fun, creative titles.
So that's episode 2, map 4.
There you go. Very
it's
similar to the way we do our show, because I don't know how we ended up like doing like this. We do 2 seasons a year, which doesn't really make any sense whatsoever, but we're too far into the weeds now to really give a shit. So we just do it.
I gotta let everyone know the soundtrack to this on Bandcamp is free.
Yeah.
So everyone should go over to Andrew Benon's Bandcamp page and download this, and then just buy the discography too, because you got your discography on sale. So
get yourself a nice big bowl of Chex Mix.
All right.
Here it is, guys. Once again, this is Museum followed up with City Streets right here on Night Ride FM. And once again, that was City Streets by Andrew Benon along with Museum. Now, I wanted to mention that indeed, these are from the original MIDI, I guess the MIDI instruments, right? Because
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, so that original game, it was all like my deliverable at the end was MIDI tracks, meaning like not wave files. They had to work on, every sound card that someone might have who was trying to load Chex Quest. So in one sense that was super limiting, but it also was kind of like, okay, cool, that's a good parameter, and I'm just gonna try to write within sort of the general MIDI, which is 128 instruments, so you're kind of limited in that way.
Oh,
But,
wow.
yeah.
I guess it's better than like Nintendo or Atari where you had like 4. You had
It's better than like
that was the
original
sound
chiptune,
and
for
you're like-
sure.
you're
Yeah.
like, and then
Yeah.
they did get creative though, like with the Nintendo, and like Atari was like it was like bomb. That was like the sound.
It wasn't even Atari wasn't even 8-bit, I think.
My favorite was the crash cymbals too. It was just like,
Yeah. The old good old days were.
yeah.
But it is good to be limiting, like to really. I guess it's cool because now you can kind of like just do anything. I mean, the sky is the limit as far as what you can do production-wise.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have a limited palette where you can kind of like, put yourself in to special rules, and you're kind of constrained. That's not even a word. I think I invented that.
Constrained.
Yes. Confined. But it's kind of cool because you get to be fairly creative to try to get the most out of those songs and those sounds that you had available to you. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, totally.
Sound Blaster Live, baby.
That's exactly right. That was like the Cadillac. When I was monitoring the different versions, I would put it in the Sound Blaster Live and go, ooh, now that sounds really good. So now I got to go listen on the really bad sound card and see how it's going to work there. And I ended up doing most of the writing using the really bad sound card because I wanted to make sure that it was going to sound decent, with just these sounds.
That's incredible. I love it. So anyway, go get yourself some Chex Quest. And so wait, it was Chex Mix. Did they have Chex?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it was Chex Cereal.
Right.
It wasn't even Chex Mix, was it?
No, so it was originally Chex Cereal, so it was in boxes of Chex Cereal. So the HD version, which came out, a year ago, was so Chex Mix basically appropriated Chex Quest. Still within the Chex universe, but Chex Mix took it over from the cereal brand, and now they, it's in their universe.
Nice. Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking about the Marvel universe all of a sudden. It's like where there are the pretzels and the.
So they have to have names, right? Because they think they have like more than one character. Can you name all the Chex Quest characters? This is a pop quiz for Andrew Benon. Does he know the characters?
I can't name them all right now, other than Fred. So from the original game, which is where my brain is more oriented, there was Fred Chexter, and my favorite character was. So there's this cut scene at the very beginning, in the most elementary 3D software that we use to create it that you can imagine. I mean, it's just really kind of a funny cutscene if you look at the intro to the original Chex Quest. But there's a character in this kind of UN panel sort of a room, and he's a big, like, Cheerio looking guy. Actually, he's got a mustache. he's a military man. He's got some medals on him, and what's his name? It's General Mills. Right, and it's like, oh, that's pretty good. That was a good one.
That is nice.
But yeah, the new Chex characters, you've got people who are representing all the different things that you find in Chex Mix now.
That's delicious. I want that. Like, what is that stuff? It's like a really round, hard pita chip kind of thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what the hell is that thing?
The
though?
rye chip.
Yeah, it's like a rye chip. Like, if anybody out in the IRC can explain like what that actually is, I would like to know personally. Is it just a rye? It's just rye bread, like shrunken like a head. Like,
I'm pretty sure that is like just a really tasty, buttery, piece of rye toast, basically. Yeah, that is really good.
It is great. It's making me hungry.
So the new characters, you've got Fred Chexter, the classic guy. Then there's Wheatney Chexworth.
It sounds like the State of Synth characters.
I know.
Where's Lord Reinhold in there somewhere?
Yep. Then Dennis, this is the guy you would like, Dr. O'Ryan. So the rye, he's the that piece of rye that you
Right.
like. Then there's Pretzel. So this Pretzel guy, he's a kind of a robot guy.
Nice. Because you always need a robot in an adventure, of course.
Yes. And then there's Shane the Dread McBread, which was more of the bready breadstick guy. Yeah.
Oh, the breadstick guy. Yeah.
Nobody as bready as him.
Yeah.
So you guys had there's a lot of carbs in that.
A lot of carbs, very tasty. I mean,
Very tasty, yeah.
Yeah. We did when the HD version came out. Chex Mix sent us some Chex Mix, and we've now. I mean, we buy a lot now because it's just like it kind of got me hooked on there's this cheddar flavor that's just really tasty.
Oh yeah, and the Muddy Buddies are dope. It's dope as
yeah.
hell. All right, so this is fantastic. I'm gonna go grab myself a. Actually, I think I'm gonna run to the store. I'm gonna grab some Muddy Buddies. They're Chex Mix, right? Or is that made by General Mills? The Muddy Buddies? I think they are.
They might be. I thought you meant so you can with Chex cereal you can make Muddy Buddies like for the holidays.
Ooh,
That's what I thought you meant. You're talking about you can buy Muddy Buddies.
You can totally
which sounds
buy
good
them.
to me.
Yeah, they're so good. Like they're just dipped in like this powdered cocoa, and they're
Oh
slam.
yeah.
So,
I know
I'm gonna
exactly
see if
what
I
you're
can
talking
find that. In the interim, let's go ahead and let's drop our last track here. Now this is the CQHD credits.
Yeah, so I can kind of explain this one. So for the HD version of Chex Quest, it was mostly just remixing the original music. But I at the time I was doing this, I had started making synthwave music again, and this song was actually kind of the first synthwave that I was like, okay, this is cool. This is kind of the direction that I want to take it in, and I ended up pitching it to the team over at General Mills, and they're like, yeah, this is awesome. Let's put it on the soundtrack. I was like, cool. And what was great about it is it then ended up on the vinyl because they released the soundtrack for Chex Quest on vinyl. That is a sentence I never thought I would say, but the soundtrack on vinyl has this song, the credits song, and I so it's kind of like an evolution into more of the music that I'm doing now, and it originally was meant to have Fred Chexter kind of some dialogue over this because it's what plays during the credits scroll in the game. It didn't end up having that. It just kind of stands alone as a tune. So yeah,
Nice.
This is the Chex Quest HD credits.
Yeah, let's give it a listen. You are listening to Night Ride FM. We play the most delicious sounding synthwave. And here it is. This is the CQHD credits right here on Night Ride FM. And once again, that was CQHD Credits by Andrew Benon. Yeah, man, that was really synthy. Very nice.
Thank you.
About as synthy as you can get right there.
It's the first track off the original soundtrack. And by the way, we should mention that the game is free on Steam.
Oh, it's
Yes.
free?
Yeah,
It's free.
Nice.
free to download and play on Steam.
Go get yourself some Chex.
Oh, you know what? You need a Quest 2 version. Chex Quest 2
Ooh,
HD.
you should do Chex Quest on Quest. That would be great. I
Yeah,
would love that.
exactly.
Get
Chex
the
Quest
guys
on
that.
Quest. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm totally into that. Very nice, very nice. And real quick before we go into our next track here, I think, Jules, you wanted to mention a couple of the new faces in the room.
We were joined in the IRC by Dr. Bovedin and
Nice.
Standing and Jack Attack.
Jack
Kit's
Attack.
in there. So is Ben.
Very
So, yeah,
nice.
shout out to them. And then Rex Balls looks like he went and moved from IRC over to YouTube.
Yeah, that guy. Very
Mm.
nice. And yeah, he was trying not to get himself blind drunk tonight. He'll have to let us know how he's doing. On that, he said he has to wake up at 5 in the morning, and I always say, like, what's stopping you, buddy? Because, you know, that's, I'm sure that scenario has come up before. So I want to know how he's making out, and, how many beers in is he? I'm no beers in.
I don't know. He's an expert on wheat and rye, though, or grains.
Yes.
Or something.
Did he know what was in the Chex Mix? Was it indeed rye?
No, I think he said it was like something. Yeah, it's some kind of weird. I don't know. What did he say? Sorry, soft. Oh no. That's what's in the bread. Soft red winter or reed winter.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, that's the kind of wheat that's in. And then there's rye grain. Yeah, it's rye grain.
All right, let's go into another song here. We could talk about rye bread for like the rest of the night, but we're going to get my main man on. I'm so excited. We're going to have him on the show next week to talk about this new album. This thing is slammin'.
Oh my
Jules,
God, yeah.
you want to go ahead and set this bad
Hells
boy
yeah.
up?
First, Andrew, do you mind sticking around? I just want to when we come back, I was hoping to find out what you might be up to
Ooh,
in the future.
I will
But,
be here.
Awesome. All right, so let's do this. New York artist who really comes from outer space has released his new album, the sequel to Midnight Signals. The new one is called Radio Galaxy Midnight Signals 2, and it's become one of my favorite albums of the year. I probably like it more than you do, Dennis.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Let's fight about it.
Uh-huh. I like it more. I like it better.
I like it more and more.
The sheer funk and wackiness of this release is like second to none. So we're going to have Starcadian on as our next guest next week.
Yeah.
Until then, let's play you the first track from the album. This is Starcadian with Neon Head right here on Night Ride FM.
We come out at night, neon to the marrow, keeping out of sight, where we all glow into new flow. Sunset spilling out, light leaks on the pavement. Shadows backing out, punk rock and pagan, dancing like the dead. ready for the new groove. Dancing like the dead, stepping on the stage. Heart like gasoline. Dancing like the dead, stepping on the stage. Heart like gasoline. Dancing like the dead, stepping on the stage. Heart like gasoline.
And once again, that was Neon Head by Mr. Starcadian.
Damn. Yeah, as I was saying in the chat, I'm a Star Cadet.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I love it. All right. So we wanted to, I guess Jules wanted to ask you one more question. So this is his favorite question because he wants to know when.
I want to know where to be spending my money.
That's it.
So quick shout out to Howells, our buddy Howells, who has joined us in the YouTube chat, and Cal L. Jagger has joined us in the IRC.
Nice.
But, we are here with Andrew Benon and Mr. Benon. I'm hoping that you were saying that I think behind some of the tunes that getting back to music felt good.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got something on the horizon?
I do. I'm working on music now. I would expect, release sometime next year for sure, maybe mid-year. I want to lean in more to that kind of guitar sound, adding it into these, kind of expansive, dreamy tracks that I'm trying to create. That's kind of one thing that I'm planning. I also I keep on discovering new music that other artists are creating, and that's also on my docket, is just to keep on listening, because I think there's some great musicians that are making some amazing stuff. And so I really appreciate you guys, this show and what you do for the community, just helping to give people a chance to be heard, and your excitement for the music is infectious, and I just really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's addictive.
Music makes you feel good, especially this kind of music.
Music makes you feel good.
Oh, by the way, so the first track we played tonight was from your EP, or single, like it's got 2 songs about it, the Space Station Sheila, and I was just reading up on it, and there's an inside joke in the name, right? And the concept of the EP. So you got to go and listen to the 2006 album Rock and Roll Moves.
Yep, you do.
So, folks, I'm just gonna pop your Bandcamp right in the chats here.
There's
folks.
a little bit of an Easter egg in just the song name, Space Station Sheila. I'm not going to give it away, but if you listen to all of the 2006 debut Rock and Roll Moves, you will be in on the joke.
Nice. There's a little homework for you. Speaking of albums, Mr. Neon Fawkes, do you want to go ahead and mention a couple of the amazing albums that came out over the past week or so?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right.
So, let's see. Well, last Friday, we just played a track from Starcadian. So his album Radio Galaxy is out. And then today is Ollie Ride's birthday. And he dropped a track last Friday called A Matter of Time. And I do believe Thursday he's playing a live show in Glasgow. Forged in Neon, I think, is going to be going to either that one or the London one or both.
Nice.
And then what else? Nina last Friday dropped a new single called I'll Wait, which is going to be in the soundtrack of this movie coming out.
What?
So that's cool. Nina's getting on the soundtrack game.
Nice.
And let's see, this Friday, we're going to hear this track coming up, but Primo, the Alien, and Jordan F. from Down Under, they've partnered up and made a collab with a new track called Scared of Love. So that's dropping this Friday, but we're going to hear it tonight.
Sweet.
'Cause we're special.
We are.
And then, yeah, Caspro reached out to me and let me kindly know that December 10th, he's got a new EP coming out called Secluded. And then friend of Night Ride, Icarus, on December 10th, is also dropping a new album called Dancing in the Dark.
Yeah, that's his
And
debut
both
album.
of those, both of those you can pre-order on Bandcamp right now. And then let's see, finally, another friend of the show, Dimi K. We talked about him earlier. January 7th, he's got his new album coming out, Cruising to the Sun, and I believe you can pre-order it right now.
Very good. Go out, pre-order all that good stuff. It's great tunes. And speaking of Primo the Alien, do you want to go ahead and set this up? Because she just dropped this on us today. This is like fresh off the
fresh Primo.
Yeah, fresh Primo.
So okay, let me just check. Andrew,
Yeah.
we're gonna play another track. Do you wanna say your bye-byes now, or do you wanna stick around for a track?
I will stick around for this track because I'm super excited to hear it. I'm a big
right.
Primo fan.
Nice.
Aren't we all? All right. So, Austin artist Primo the Alien has partnered up with Aussie artist Jordan F. for a new single, which as we stated, it's dropping this Friday. We have the exclusive premiere thanks to Primo and Jordan. This is Primo the Alien and Jordan F. with Scared of Love right here on Night Ride FM.
I'm frightened of the way I feel when you come around me. I get a little itchy electricity all over my body. And then I try to slow it down, but everything's emotional. How did I let myself fall again? You say that
and I Was Scared of Love, Primo the Alien, and Jordan F. Very good. Very good.
Beautiful track.
Yeah. Once again, Mr. Andrew Benon, we want to thank you for coming on the show. It was just a pleasure to have you on.
Yeah.
And
thank you both.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. It was awesome conversation, and love your show. I'm a fan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've popped links to your Bandcamp and to your Twitter. I'll go hunt down. Let me just dig up your Facebook and everything else.
Yeah,
And
drop those
send
links.
everybody your way.
Indeed.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for listening in.
Yeah, thank you. And I guess what do we got next here?
All right. Well, let's see.
Birthdays.
Yes, birthdays.
We have that. We do
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
We always do birthdays because that's just,
It's
everybody
proper
has a birthday.
stalking that Jules
Yeah.
does. In fact, I think
Exactly.
Dimmy K, he didn't even know about his own birthday until you told him that he was having a birthday. He was like, "Oh yeah, I got a birthday coming up."
Yeah. I don't believe that. But anyways, let's see. Today, as we stated, Ollie Ride is celebrating her birthday. For those of you who may have missed it, it was on he was on Karen's show. He was the guest today. She got to play some exclusive tracks that nobody's heard yet.
Yeah.
And she had a talk with Ollie Ride. He's going to be in concert in Glasgow on Thursday, and then on the 5th in London, sold out show. But anyways, happy birthday to Ollie Ride. Let's see who else is. Today another artist called Voyage Voyage. Cynthia artist is celebrating a birthday. And then tomorrow, December 1st, DJ Pink Heartbreak from Columbus, Ohio, is celebrating a birthday. I met her at the Von Kaiser concert in Detroit.
Look at that.
Yeah, she was part of, I think she still is, a part of the Columbus Synthwave Collective
Cool.
that tries to arrange, or was trying to arrange, events and stuff before all hell broke loose.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, let's see. December 2nd, which is Friday. Or is that? No, it's Thursday. Dream Reaper is celebrating a birthday. Troy, from Troy, aka Dream Reaper. Oh my god, that guy.
He's really
Not
good.
only, his music is incredible. Watching him live is bananas. Watching him live with Starfare is even more bananas. But yeah, happy birthday to Dream Reaper on December 2nd. And also Damasius of the band Mental Exile celebrating a birthday. And finally on December 2nd, at least for that day, Sunglasses Kid is celebrating a birthday.
Very good.
So yeah, Sunglasses Kid's got his sophomore album out, and that's got some tracks with Ollie Ride. Go figure.
All
And then
right.
December 3rd, The G
Yeah, we knew that guy.
celebrating a birthday. Yeah, Mr. Gustav. He's going to be celebrating a birthday. And December 4th, let's see, Robot Synth Dream. And December 6th, D-Noise is celebrating a birthday.
Noise.
D-Noise, not to be confused with D-Notive.
Nice.
But yeah, that's it for birthdays for the
Nice.
next week at least.
Yeah, very good. And next week we're gonna have more birthdays because you know
Damn
what,
right.
Jules? Everyone is being born all the time. People are always having birthdays, like every week it seems.
So I can't tell if there's going to be what in the past 2 years. You think there's been a lot of births?
Yeah,
'Cause
definitely.
I don't know, because it's either people are just getting they're stuck at home and they're getting busy, or they're stuck at home and they're getting divorces.
Yeah, one or the other. I guess the
yeah.
pendulum goes one way or the other. Sometimes both, I guess.
Well,
So
well.
anyway, let's play some music.
Yeah, let's do it from there. Let's do this. All right. Ooh, this track. Oh my God, Shawnee P from LeBrock really nailed it in this track. So yeah, UK dance artists FHE. They've released a new single. I mean, they've done some like really dancey sort of synth songs.
Right.
But this one pays homage to the movie Lost Boys, and in particular, the original song "Cry Little Sister."
Ooh.
So they enlisted the help of the original G. Tom Mack from the track "Cry Little Sister," and then they also got Shawnee P from LeBrock to sing along. So the track is called "Crucifix of Light," but it features the lyrics, or I guess the chorus, of "Cry Little Sister."
Oh wow!
And it's simply incredible. Shawnee's vocals are perfect. So here it is. This is FHE with "Crucifix of Light." featuring Shawnee P and G Tom Mac, right here on Night Ride FM.
Once again, that was Crucifix of Light.
Little sister.
FHE featuring Shawnee P and G Tom Mac. That's incredible. You got the original composer.
Yeah, G Tom Mac right in there. Like what an excellent song.
Yeah.
It's like going to a Euro dance club and being surrounded by goths.
I love it. It's a wonderful tune, and yeah, I dig it, man. I dig it. Speaking of tunes, we also have some touring and event news coming your way, and why don't we go ahead and dive into that and let people know where they're gonna be.
Yep. So Thursday, Terminus Retrowave down in Atlanta has got Tales from the Terminus, and that's featuring, we mentioned this person earlier, Street Cleaner.
Yeah.
As well as, Nelward and Watch Out for Snakes, who is going to be on the main stage at what's that event? Magfest.
Oh, very nice.
So congratulations to Matt. Watch Out for Snakes.
Good stuff.
But, this event also features Vapor. And also Vapor. And then let's see, also, as I mentioned, December 2nd, if you happen to be up in Glasgow, Scotland. You get to see Ollie Ride and Nina. Actually, no, it's not Nina anymore because she got sick.
Oh, that's right.
So DJP is filled in for her.
It's just Dana Jean Phoenix.
Oh, it's just Dana Jean Phoenix. That's all I know. Yeah, you know what? That's rubbing salt in the wound because that's just reminding me that Dana's not coming back to Toronto. She's going to stay in London as long as she can.
Yeah.
Oh well. And then, December 5th, Ollie Ride and DJP are going to be down in London at the Lafayette Club, which is sold out. But, I mean, I don't know. If you're in the synth scene, you can always message Ollie privately. He might hook you up somehow, some way.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep. Let's see. December 4th, Dennis. I don't know if you heard about this thing.
I think so.
Oh, yeah. The Maverick Festival, which is like an all-day long Twitch raid stream DJ synthwave extravaganza. Yeah, it starts off with Space Jams DJ, and then ends off with me. Jeez.
Nice.
But in between, we've got DJ Shira, Griff, Couponaut, Max Speed, who I met last week. We went to a concert on Saturday.
Oh, go ahead.
Poor guy came here to see the Cybertronic Spree show because he wanted to see Essinger, who couldn't make it across the border. So he came here, and all he got to see was Cybertronic Spree. But hey, that ain't so bad. They're awesome.
Wow.
This event's also going to feature Mega Hit from Hungary. And then we got Space Jams, who's starting it off. I said that, yeah. Synth City Synthwave. We've got Zerotonin, also from Down Under. We've got Faith in the Glitch. We've got Evil Sun. We've got, who else? DJ Dennis G.
Who?
Yeah, DJ Groot.
DJ G, man. That's me.
Oh, I do believe Shawnee P is going to be DJing as well.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Synthwave, yeah, Synthwave is going to be in there. Yep. So that's all happening 4 p.m. Eastern time. Starts on Twitch. Just go to Twitch, search for Maverick Festival, and then you'll get raided from one DJ to the next until your eyes are bleeding.
Nice.
Yep. Let's see. December 9th at the Purgatory in Brooklyn. Bunny X is going to be playing with Jason Priest and Janice Rose. December 11th, Nitrowave TC is at it again in St. Paul with Makeup and Vanity Set, Tonebox, D-Notive, who's in the IRC chat, and Baldocaster. So, damn, yeah, Nitrowave TC and Terminus Retrowave, those guys are killing it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, let's see. One last one. End of the year, on December the 29th, end of the year synthwave party in San Diego with Street Cleaner again. By an Ion, Missing Words, and Teal.
Very good. I know Teal. They played Jersey once. They played Human too. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah, I remember Human too.
Yeah, and of course, Street Cleaner is, he's the boss, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's the man. All right, so we're gonna play some more music, and we're getting ready to close this bad boy out. But this next track here, this is a great album. This one is by Highway Superstar featuring Double Boy. And you want to go ahead and set this up, Jules?
Sure, yeah. So Highway Superstar, he's from Israel. And his long-awaited album, because I've been mentioning this every time we do our album releases for like months. The new album is called Contraband. It's dropped. It's a blend of city pop, yacht rock, synthwave, you name it, it's on this album. And here's the first track from the album. This is Highway Superstar featuring Double Boy with Feel It Right Now, here on Night Ride FM.
Just another day, been trying to find a way not to live a lie in the moonlit sky. I failed to read the signs, there's nothing yours or mine, but the stars that shine in the moonlit sky. Is there something to hold on to in this roller coaster ride? Or I'm gonna lose my mind. stars to shine in the moonlit sky. I'm learning how to feel, what to show and to conceal, so I don't live a lie in the moonlit sky. Is there something to hold on to in this roller coaster ride, or I'm gonna lose my mind? You can leave or you can stay behind, but we can never really cross the line. Can you feel it right now? Can you feel it right now? You tell me what's it gonna do or die, but do you really live if you don't light up the sky? Can you feel it right now? Can you feel it right now? I got lost for a moment, need to find my way back home. Don't let it out of your sights now. Baby, we didn't do no wrong, no wrong. Oh, yeah. You can leave or you can stay behind, but we can never really cross the line. Can you feel it right now? Can you feel it right now? You tell me what's it gonna do or die, but do you really live if you don't light up the sky? Can you feel it right now? Can you feel it right now? Hey, can you feel it? You can leave or you can stay behind, but we can never really cross the line. Can you feel it right now? Can you feel it right now? You tell me what's it gonna do or die, but do you really live if you don't light up the sky? Can you feel it right now? Can you feel it right now?
And once again, that was Feel It Right Now, Highway Superstar featuring Double Boy. And yeah, man, I love that album.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's fantastic.
Highway Superstar can do no wrong.
Yeah. And we're just about done with our show. We have, I guess, one more track before we head out of here. We just want to thank everyone for hanging out in the chats, the YouTube chat and the IRC. Special shout out to Craig Packman, who, man, he just doesn't sleep. He
I
wakes up
know.
at 2 in the morning to hear Car and Zoe Lee, and yeah, he's a trooper. Good job.
Not only that, Craig Backman, he's listening in when he's working,
Yeah, man.
tuned in when he's driving.
Good peoples, man. Good peoples. And
Yeah.
Percellus?
Pericles.
Pericles.
I think I said that right. Pericles joined us.
And yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to our Patreons. Patreon.com/NightRideFM. You can come and help pay some of the bills that we incur when we play this much music 24/7. Lots of servers and, people doing stuff. A lot of moving parts in this monster of a radio station. So you can join our tiers. We have a couple different tiers. For as little as $1, you can always just join in and, get yourself in the shout-out crew. And, we will thank you for that and give you a special mention. And these people they signed up last week or so. We have Blue Shift, Just Platinum, hey, Cool AM7, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Alpha Assist, thank you so much for your support. You guys can also go to thestateofsynth.com. You can get the show notes. You can find out all kinds of information about pretty much everything. What we play, the guests and all that. And, if you wanted to support us directly too, you can always click the top right-hand corner of the website and buy us a beer or a couple beers,
Yep.
That money goes directly into my pocket, and that is official beer money. So
Pays for my steaks.
it does. It paid. Jules ate so much steak, we were afraid that he wasn't going to be able to do the radio show.
Call it a meat coma while we're doing live.
Meat comas are it's a thing. It's a thing. They have a PSA about it too. I think don't get into the meat coma because you have to pace yourself and drink plenty of water when you eat that much meat.
Right. I got a shout out to Karin and Kal-El Jagger and Standing and Destarian and who else? Jack Attack. Folks, thanks for sticking around. And Anna Chibi over in the YouTubes and Howls.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you for tuning in.
Everyone listening live, and if you wanted to check us out over the weekend, you can always go to hitradio.nz/Neo. We have Neo Radio, which syndicates the show a couple times. I think 3 times over the weekend, so you can check that out. They will be playing back this show. And yeah, it's good things, good vibes all around. Make sure you check us out next week. We will have Starcadian on, and we can't wait.
Ooh, yeah.
Couple more shows.
I think that show we should just play nothing but Starcadian.
You know,
tracks.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, in
I'm
fact,
sorry. Submissions are closed next week.
what is that joke? What is the joke? Captain Crunch. Oops, they're all berries. Like we're gonna call it the State of Synth. Oops, it's all Starcadian, and that's what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be
The
nothing
state of Starcadian.
the
That's
state.
what it'll be.
Oh, I love that. I think so. We could do that. I think we could do. We did it with Von Kaiser. I think we can do it with Starcadian.
Exactly.
Because it's good stuff. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and close it out with one more track here. Thanks so much for listening. Special thanks to our very special guest, Andrew Benon. Go buy yourself some Chex Mix and his Bandcamp. And
yeah, head over to Steam, download the game for free. Head over to Bandcamp, download the soundtrack for free, and then buy all his other music.
yeah, buy
Man,
everything.
that guitar in that Space Station Sheila, beautiful.
It's good stuff. Yeah, I love it. I love it, and I can't wait for more. And until then,
well, let's play everyone out.
play
So
out.
yeah, we're gonna play you all out with the latest track from one of my favorite duos, Missouri synth guitar duo Wolf and Raven. And this is way more funky than their prior works. I think everybody's listening to some of the releases that have been coming out lately, like Jay Diggs and Starcadian, and Lord knows what else has been coming out that's just full of disco funk. So Wolf and Raven have joined in, and their latest single, it's called Jungle Juice. From all of us here at Night Ride FM, have a good night.
Bye-bye.